live because you're starting it off.
I see it. It says you're live.
There you go.
Uh, Good afternoon. This is Raider Pirate just coming onto the page to give everyone an update. As of 4:45 today, Eastern Time, Captain Tim Casto was taken off of life support, and he has officially been declared deceased. His family, once again, still needs support. And if you guys could leave comments, we left a link on the page. There's a picture of Captain Tim. If you could leave some comments there and just let them know that you care, and the influx of people that have sent in all of the kind words and all of the donations and things, very appreciated. Karen wants to thank you guys very much. She can't talk right now. She's asked me to come on. She's asked me to let you guys know that Tim loved the entire Oakland Raider Nation, the entire Raider Nation, and that his life will go on. It will go on in spirit. And once again, leave a message in the comments section. Just let them know that you're thinking about them. Just let them know that you support them. Once again, Captain Tim Casto, the administrator of this page, the creator of this page, passed away today at 4:45 Eastern Time. I believe that he was present in this football game. A come from behind victory, never giving up, never surrendering. I think this game would have made him extremely proud of this football team. And, to win the way that they did at the end like that, there was something special in that stadium. All the odds were against us, and, we were able to pull out that victory. So once again, it's just a football game. There's a family out there right now that's devastated. Normally we do a live after show. We will be doing our live after show on YouTube. But we just wanted to come on here and to express our deepest sympathies. I don't take off my hat very often. My hat is held low, and my heart is heavy. So, Captain Tim, we salute you for what you did, for what you created, and peace. We wish you peace. And once again, this is also a bit of a celebration because he's free now. He's free of the shackles of the body. He's free of the restraints that puts upon us. So everybody that donated, everybody that spent their time, put in their prayers, called over the last few days. Once again, Karen just wanted you guys to know she appreciates it. She appreciates everything that's been done. She wants everybody that has been donating to understand that money will be going toward his funeral. And that information will be coming out. She will let people know. And and that is that. So, just let them know that you love them. And, again, tough loss. So, yeah. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can leave comments still. Karen is an administrator. Ernie is on the page, myself. Someone will get back to you if you have questions, if you still are looking to donate to the family or perhaps to do something toward the funeral. There certainly will be people there doing that. Okay, as soon as I find out something more, I will let you guys know. Appreciate you guys. Real quick here, scrolling down. Good afternoon. We send our love from San Bernardino, California. Paul, thank you very much. Much love to the family. All right, that's fantastic. Carol Cargill says, sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, Carol. I'm sure his family, his wife, and his daughter appreciate that. Bruce Garner says, good luck. Chris Quails says, praying for Captain Tim. This win was for you. Absolutely. I believe he was out there. I was waiting for Carl Joseph. You know, Carl Joseph went to came from West Virginia. So I was just hoping that Carl Joseph would have a big play. But, you know, Khalil Mack did it. And when we needed it the most, there was certainly a spirit there on that field. Okay, Daniel, Raiders, love and support from the Raider Nation in Spanway, Washington. All right, thank you so much, Spanway. I'm sure his wife and his family appreciate that. Anthony Gonzalez says, Raider love. Shane Delaney says, love and support from Centralia, Washington, I guess it is. Frank Paris says, prayers for the family. Julianne Marcial says, prayers for the family. Keith Allen says, praying for the family. Just the amount of support, the amount of love, the amount of what's going on out there. It's just, Karen wanted you guys to know it really is Tim reaching out. You know, he can't say goodbye. He can't physically touch her. You know, we never know when something like that's going to happen, but he is reaching out through you guys. He's saying that he loves her through your guys' action. So that, you know, we just appreciate all you guys for that. Gina Martinez says, God bless and rip. Mary Gutierrez says, rest in peace. Ryan Barr says, one love. That's right. We're all from the same place. One love. Rashun Davis says, rest in peace. David Dupree Sr., he and Stabler will be watching the games together now. That is absolutely right. Kenny Stabler was his favorite player. And absolutely, he's up there right now. He's probably running a Facebook page up there right now in heaven. He's running the Heavenly Homeport page up there. Jacqueline Nicole Morrison says prayers. Carlos Gomez, sorry for the loss. May God give your family strength. Our prayers are with you from the Gomez family. I'm sure they appreciate that so much. Mary Stout says, rest in peace. Ale Jandro says, thoughts and prayers from all the Raider Nation. Maddie Ayala says, rest in peace. Noriel Chavez says, sending my prayers and love to Tim and his family and the rest of the nation. We won, baby. Raider Nation for life always. Absolutely. Amen. Okay, guys, we're going to go over to our YouTube side. Anybody, we're going to be doing a live after game show in Tim's honor and in his memory. We are going to not do that here because it's about him here on this page. But we will be doing a show over on YouTube. If you look up The Will to Win, you could come and watch that after show. That is not a shameless plug. Please believe me. It's just that myself and my partner don't feel comfortable running a show like that here. So yeah, please go. And if you look, you'll see a picture of Captain Tim, and you'll see below that the information there. If you would just please, you guys, those of you that have put stuff in here, a lot of times it's hard to read those comments for the family. If you could go to that picture and just put comments in there, that would be so nice. That's something that you could see right away. She'll be able to see that. Her daughter will be able to see that. What you guys have done is just really incredible. And once again, everybody on this side appreciates it. Karen asked me to come and speak for her and to tell you guys that she appreciates those things. So please, please, please go over there. Donate if you can. There is the GoFundMe that you can still donate to and try to help out with his funeral. So again, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave them, text, and Ernie will get back to you. Karen can get back to you. If they can't get back to you, I will certainly do the best that I can to try to get back to you on their behalf. Yeah, and go from there. All right, Raider Nation, we would be remiss if we didn't say what a game. I know Tim, I'm sure Tim is a Raider fan myself. I don't want to say I know Tim would, because I didn't know Tim personally other than the interactions that we had and the support that he gave me. But I know that as a Raider fan, today would have been sweet. It would have been a good day. It would have been a never say die day. Knight, you got any final things to say before we pop off?
No, just want to thank the
No,
nation
just want to
again
thank the nation again
for coming together
for coming together
for the Casto family in the
for the
time of
Castro
need,
family in the time of need.
with all the prayers, the messages, the donations. It's just really inspiring as a Raider fan to know that the nation cares so much. So just thank you for the family once again. You're going to be missed, Tim. We love you, and just tell the snake we love him too, and just God bless everybody.
That's it. All right, Raider Nation. Hopefully, we'll all talk again soon. Again, if you guys want to watch our post game show, it's on YouTube. Type in the Will to Win, and we will be having a live post game there. If not, once again, please send your prayers, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. All right, thanks so much, Raider Nation. You guys take care. Okay.
All right. Everybody who's joining in and is live still with us on YouTube, we'd like to welcome you to the W2W Live After Show post game show. Raiders win in Raider fashion once again. Before we get started, I know all you guys have been listening in. You guys know what's going on. Tim Casto of the Oakland Raider Homeport page and Facebook passed away at 4:45 Eastern time. So we just needed to get some information out there. We'll give the information to you too. His wife and his daughter, his whole family. Thanks everybody for the donations, the prayers, the love, the support. And we'll keep you guys posted on when the memorial service will be taking place and things like that. They still need some help. So if you guys want to donate, you can go to the Oakland Raider Homeport page. And there's the GoFundMe link is still there. All the proceeds will be now going to his funeral. So anything that you can give, be much appreciated.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Be much appreciated. So with that being said, I know Tim was there. I know Tim was helping inspire, especially this defense. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the show. Business as usual. Tim would want us to do that. So here we go. You guys ready to talk some football? The Raiders did it, man. The Raiders did it. What about Khalil Mack? Okay, Khalil Mack ends the first half with the pick six, and then he ends the game with a sack fumble. So Khalil Mack, man, stepping up, making things happen. I was really nervous there at the end. I really wanted them to punch it in for a touchdown. They got the field goal, but then the defense really stepped it up. So shout out to Khalil Mack. How about Derek Carr showing his grit, showing his passion, gets hurt right at the second half, or right at the big first drive of the second half, second play. It really switched the momentum and gave all the momentum to Carolina. They started routing us. They took the lead, but this team never gives up. This team has a ton of fight, ton of heart. I love what Jack Del Rio has instilled into this football team. It's fun to watch, even as nervous as you get, as frustrated as we can get at times. This team is fun to watch, especially when we pull off games like that and win it. Derek Carr just throwing it all over the field with the bad hand. I mean, what else can you say? Crabtree making some great catches. Murray really running hard there on that last drive. It was just an all around good game. Pirate, your thoughts?
Just keep going for a second, please.
Yeah. So, again, this team with the heart that they show and just the never quit. They're just something happens in the fourth quarter where they're up and down. We like these close games. There's only been one team that I felt that we've dominated completely this year, which happens to be the Denver Broncos. Other than that, it's just come down to the fourth quarter and who's going to get the best of the fourth quarter. And this team just always finds a way. It's just amazing. And today it was an offensive and defensive performance. They both did a great job. It was an all-around effort. I'm not mad at the team for giving up the big lead. After Derek Carr hurt his finger and throw the pick, it was just a momentum shift, but they gathered themselves back together, found a way to fight back into it, and pulled it off. Pirate?
I think we're just gonna bring in some callers here. So
right.
First caller we got calling in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Caller, you're on.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Much love to you guys. Knight and Pirate, you guys are awesome. Later in peace to Tim Castro. Condolences to the Castro family. It's very much a difficult time right now, but know that you're loved and love's being sent to you, and they're just gonna work out. Things happen for a reason, but yeah. Other than that, I was really on the edge of my seat watching this, and I was really frustrated, scared when Carr got hurt, and I was just like, I was really, I was freaking out. I was like, not liking the effort, and then everything was like not going our way. But then seeing that come back, and then just Mac is a beast. He needs to get paid as soon as possible. Reggie, make it happen. You know, I'm so excited. I'm really happy. It starts that Hayden got hurt, got burned on a couple plays. I don't really like that he's on the team, but you never want to see anybody get hurt. You know, just hopefully he gets better soon. But yeah, just overall, just a great performance. Mad love to the Raiders. You know, just Raider Nation in general. Thank you guys for everything that you do, and you guys are awesome. They literally they used the will to win, and they actually were able to win and pull it off. You know, I just had a quick question for you guys. Are you guys getting really sick and tired of the Dallas Cowboys comparisons as much as I am? Because they're not like similar teams. You know, I think Derek Carr personally is a way better quarterback than Prescott, and I don't like the comparisons. You know, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on those comparisons.
Knight?
Yeah, the things that I heard, I guess for the record, I guess AFC versus NFC, they're the best in the NFC, and right now we're on top. I wouldn't even go as far as to say we're the best in the AFC. I still think it goes through New England. That's just me not being biased. That's me being an honest Joe, I guess. But you know, it doesn't really bother me. They always got to make comparisons to something. I think Dallas has proven themselves. I can't really say anything bad about Dallas. They're playing their butt off just like we are. You got to give credit where credit's due, and that team has a lot of fight too. But I think if it came down to a head-to-head matchup, you know, I do like our chances with Derek Carr over Dak Prescott. I do agree with you there. There's no question about that. They got a great running back. They got some great receivers. It would be a good fight, but I would give us the edge.
Yeah, for me, I see it the other way. I wish we were Dallas. I watch this football team and I see this offensive line, and I see on 3rd and 2, you know, they go empty backfield. I see them running draws and things. The mentality of our offense compared to Dallas's offense, Dallas just lines up and punches you in the mouth. And I just wish, I know we're not going to do that, and I've come to peace with it. In today's game, I thought we were going to lose that game, to tell you the truth. But I just wish we would just line up and come out and we would just enforce our will on some football teams. They were missing their middle linebacker, you know, Short and Starlu Talele, good defensive tackles. But my God, man, come on. We got Kelechi Osemele, Rodney Hudson, and Gabe Jackson. We should have been able to get at least a little bit of movement on these guys. So I like the way that Dallas plays. I like how they run the ball, how they impose their will on you. They have the same type of throwing offense that we do, where they throw the ball, you know, they force you to defend the entire field. But I mean, I just wish that I just wish we ran the ball more. Or that was our philosophy. But I will say this, they've got a rookie at quarterback. So I think New York the Giants are probably going to knock them out in the playoffs. Somebody's going to knock them out. Rookies don't make it to the Super Bowl. Once they start facing, you know, top 10 defenses, 3-4 games in a row, Dak Prescott, people are going to figure out Dak Prescott. I don't think you could figure out this Oakland Raider offense. It has so many different facets that's the thing that I do like. Like I said, I would just like us to run the ball more, impose our will more, and be a little bit more like we're coming to get you. You know, we spread people out, we throw the ball. Okay, that's fine too. But I look at it like once we get deep into the playoffs, you know, that's when I will become a little more multidimensional, and hopefully we'll be able to do things. We'll be able to run when we have to, throw when we want to. I still go back 6-7 weeks ago to run twice, run on first down and second down, and then throw to the sticks. How difficult is that? Run on first down, run again on second down, impose your will, and then throw for the first down. But that's not this offense, and I get it. But like Knight said, I'm not sure that I'm ready to say, the comparisons are identical or the same. We have a way better quarterback, I believe. You saw it when he went out. Everything just imploded. They have a way better running back. You saw that. Latavius Murray, when he had to, the touchdown, and at the end of the game, he ran hard, but the majority of the time, he was average at best. Wide receiver wise, I don't know why, and maybe Knight, maybe you can talk to this, or even Pedro, somebody. They got 2 rookie wide receivers in there, and yet it seemed like all we were doing is throwing the ball to the tight ends, to the running backs, to the sidelines. You got 2 rookies in there at cornerback against Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree. I know that the safeties were helping back there, but at the same time, I mean, you would have thought that we would have targeted those. There were a lot of one-on-ones that we just didn't convert against that young secondary.
It's one of those things that always eluded me when it comes to when you look at the 2 rookie corners, the power that we have at wide receiver, and for us not to utilize that process more, especially in this game. I really don't have an answer for you. It's philosophy. It's what Derek Carr read. They definitely spread it out and took advantage of the matchups they had. I mean, you saw them hit Walford down the seam. You got Michael Crabtree lined up on Klein, and he hits him down deep on the seam route, and he makes a great catch. So, they said at the beginning of the game that they just try to set up matchups, and I believe that's one of the main things that we saw was they were just playing their matchups. But all in all, it's just nice to see, though, that you don't have to rely on Mari Cooper, right? You don't have to always rely on Michael Crabtree. Guys like Clive Walford could step up. Rivera had a nice catch. You got Seth Roberts in there. Johnny Holton got in there, got a 30-yarder. So this team's fully loaded. I just wish they would have a better idea of how to take care of the outside when you're going up against 2 rookie corners. I agree, but it's nice to see all the weapons we have on this football team.
Yeah, Pedro, your thoughts before we go, man?
You guys forgot to mention that we have a better owner than the Cowboys do.
No, that's true. That is true. That is true.
One of the main reasons I'm in LA right now.
I think we're slipping. You see that?
Yeah,
Yep. We're slipping. We're slipping.
And if we didn't sign a woman beater to the team like Jerry Jones did last year, and I just want Roger Goodell to get off his butt and actually reinstate Alden Smith. This is getting ridiculous. It's already been this long, and we need him back, and we need Mario Edwards Jr. back as soon as possible so that the defense can improve,
Yeah.
And the Patriots got so lucky today. They barely beat the crappy Jets. Oh, man. Dang.
Yeah, well.
We got to do some tight end, so we got to be careful with him.
No. You know what, though? Like, this is – me and Knight talked about this last night and also today. We thought that the Jets had a chance to beat the Patriots, but the Jets and the Dolphins and even the Bills to a good extent, they're designed to be able to compete against the Patriots, just like we're designed to compete against the Chiefs, and we're designed to compete against the Chargers. And you look at your division, you see who the front runners are, and that was Denver. And Kansas City's always been quiet, but we knew, okay, if you guys are going to come out and you guys are going to have double pass rushers on both sides, and you guys are going to come out and you're going to have lockdown corners, then we're going to need to develop an offensive line, and we're going to need to have a legitimate number 3 cornerback or tight end. So once again, it's like you design your offense for whoever it is that is the best in your division. And then if you're the best in your division, you just try to get better and you try to, help out. I see us going after a left tackle here at some point in the future or a power running back. But you do that. Why? Because that every other team in the division, including San Diego now, has a monster on the edge that could come and get the quarterback. But you also look at it and you say, okay, well, we've got this big offensive line. Let's go ahead and see if we can't run the ball with these guys. If we had DeMarco Murray in there, if we had the muscle hamster from Tampa Bay in there, if we had Ezekiel Elliott in there, I just don't think we're going 5 wide on 3rd and 1. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe Musgrave does go, 5 wide. Why are we going 5 wide when we need to pick up 1 yard? I mean, we got it. We got it with Crabtree. We didn't convert the very first series, but we did pick it up with Crabtree. They threw that little quick pass to him, and he caught it, picked up the 2 yards. I think it was 2 yards. But every time we're in like 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, we're going 5 wide. That's a mentality. That's a mentality, right? And again, it's saying we are a little bit more finesse. We want to throw the ball. We feel like we could beat you throwing the ball. If you look at other football teams, they're going to muscle you. You look at what happened with you look at Pittsburgh from years ago. You look at the Ravens. Those guys aren't going 5 wide on 3rd and 1. And there's no need to. They're just going to lean on you, and they're going to lean on you, and they're going to try to get that first down. So, again, in my opinion, I feel like I wish, and I know that it's ridiculous because it's not going to change. That's what we're going to do. But I still feel like if we had gotten DeMarco Murray, or if we had, drafted Ezekiel Elliott or got the muscle hamster, I think we would have a slightly different type of defense. Oh my God, I'm doing it again, right? In a victory, I'm hating on Latavius Murray. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been a while. You get a pass today. I'll give you a pass. It's been a while. You've done your job for the month.
I'm excited. I just went down.
Holy folks.
I live in an area where they talk nothing but the Cowboys and the Broncos, and they never shut up. I'm getting tired of it. It's like they just almost dirty too, man. They just okay, we're pushing you to the side. We don't care about you because their owners are too big. Oh man, I better not even say anything else.
Well, Pedro, I'll tell you this. I watched football. I watched the shows all week today. I'm sorry, every day last week, I meant to say, not all week today, but every day last week leading up to this game, I watched all the football shows, and all anybody could talk about was Dallas. Dallas is getting a lot of play right now. And the other football team, that is running away with things is, the New York Giants. They got a nice little win streak going as well. But the Oakland Raiders, man, people just are not putting any attention into it. They'll show us a little bit, and today for the first time at the halftime, you saw Bill Cowher and, those guys saying, hey, this defense is for real. And then right after the half, right, horribleness, and the defense looked like they couldn't, they couldn't stop anybody. So, but the bottom line is I watched it all week long, and I saw Dallas. I fast forward through stuff. Oh, look, Dallas is star. Oh, look, more Dallas. Oh, more Dallas. Oh, there's the Patriot. Oh, there's Dallas. Oh, a little bit of Seahawks. Oh, look, there's Dallas again, right? Not a lot of Raider stuff. Not on Inside the NFL. Not on Pro Football. What's the one? Pro Football with
Pro Football Talk, or the Pro Football Talk?
Pro Football Talk, exactly. There was not a lot. I mean, so they're going to be forced to. They're going to be forced to at this point. What are you going to do after a win like this? This was a signature win. This is another signature win. You're up big. You allow a team to come back. Derek Carr turns around. Derek Carr single-handedly lost this game and won it. You know what I mean?
All in one game, yeah. Dang. I'm happy he's okay though. Just the way that was like bizarre. I was like, what the heck, because when Hudson slept on the ball, I was like, oh shoot, no, this is not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of their effort though, and I'm sick and tired of the media. Even when the Cowboys are mediocre, they always talk about them. It's getting ridiculous. They're not America's team, not everybody loves them here, but oh well. But yeah, thank you so much for everything you guys do. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate everything you guys do and all the content you provide for us. I love you guys.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate
Absolutely,
you too. All right.
Have a great one, guys.
Yeah. Before we go to the next caller, I'm just gonna say again, I want to clarify that statement. Derek Carr single-handedly lost this game, and Derek Carr single-handedly won this game. You know what I'm saying? Like he when he went out and then Matt McGloin came in, it just got tattooed. That was like a car. He's got whiplash. There's something that's got to hurt. The way that his neck snapped and then the other dude hit him up high. How come there's no calling, the guy hit him on the helmet with his hand, but we didn't get that call. And then he comes back in, and then he throws the interception, and all of a sudden it's like we get that huge swing. But then and that's why I'm saying he could have single-handedly, by throwing that, you can't throw that pass across your body. They keep telling everybody that. Don't do it. I don't care if you're freaking Brett Favre. Even if it works every once in a while, don't do it. Don't do it. Just throw the ball away, stay in the game. We almost lost that game because of poor decisions, the fumble. So he fumbles the ball, that leads to 7. He throws the interception, that leads to 7. Then we go 3 and out, but then he comes back and just what a player. Your thoughts on that night?
A few different thoughts. Number one, I agree with you. Because even the fumble, he pulled out of there too early. That's why the ball hit his finger. So that's got to be on him as well. Then he comes and throws the pick. So he could have single-handedly lost the game, but he also single-handedly won the game. And I just think after he hurt his finger, it was just a whole momentum shift, and it really got into the head. I think the offensive line, the defense, they were worried about their leader. It just goes to show you how much an effect that Derek Carr has on both sides of the football. It was good to see him come back, but at that point, they had to find a way to plug the leak. It already exploded all over. And then he throws the pick. That doesn't help. You're still questioning his ability to throw the ball at that point. So once he started getting it going again, you saw the confidence slowly build in this football team, and they were able to come back and take the lead, tie it, and then go down there and take the lead. And again, maybe Carr sat back there and said, guys, I want another fourth quarter comeback. I just want another fourth quarter comeback. That's all I want. So can we just do it this way? Now I'm playing around. But no, I mean, this guy just nothing could get to this guy, right? Nothing can get to this guy. And you could obviously tell that he's the heart of this football team.
Yeah, and I think that's another great point. It's another fourth quarter come from behind victory, right? Once again, fourth quarter, ties it up. Then drive down there. And this is what I say, this is what it just drives me nuts, right? Because, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here again.
Here we go.
When Bill Musgrave needs, so what does the defense do? The defense starts playing soft zone prevent against Cam Newton, right? Which is ridiculous. So he's throwing the ball. We're single covering the tight end. The only, this is their guy, the tight end, Olsen. And once again, we've got Malcolm Smith running around back there. Don't get me started on Sean Smith, but we're playing these soft zones. We're letting them march down the field. It just makes no sense when they do that defensively. But offensively, when Bill Musgrave needs to, okay, you're down by 8, he becomes Bill Walsh. This guy literally becomes Bill freaking Walsh. He becomes Mike Martz. He becomes one of the greatest offensive minds, the mismatches, the guys that they go after, the way that the thing breaks down. And the same thing with Derek Carr. Derek Carr goes from being like check down Charlie to Brett Favre.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's frustrating. I love this football team. but it's frustrating. I said it at halftime. We should have been beating these guys 35-0. And if we were beating them 35-0 and we were just running the ball, Derek Carr probably doesn't dislocate his pinky. You know, we're not forced to do it the way that we have to do it. But, you know, look, it is the way that we're doing it this year, and I'd rather be doing it this way. Look at teams like Carolina. They're doing it the opposite way, fourth quarter. That, you know, they can't pull it out. Teams like San Diego, fourth quarter, they just freaking implode. Teams like Cleveland have a lead for 3-4 quarters. They can't get it back. Once they surrender the lead in the fourth quarter, they can't get it back. I'm telling you, this football team nobody's going to want to play this football team, man, because they're doing it in all kinds of different ways, and they have a never say die attitude. The defense was playing so well, and it's just sad that it was a tale of two halves. They looked really, really, really good in the first half. They looked really terrible in the second half. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. Let me get a look at this. Can you guys tell? For Cam Newton here, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm wearing a black bathrobe. This is a bathrobe right here, so I want to come up like Cam Newton with a little bit of style. I got my black bathrobe on. You know, I should probably turn my hat sideways, because, you know, in the press conference, I saw something. I saw him out there when they caught up to us. You know, in the first half, he looked like, oh, Cam Newton, they took my toys away. I don't have any toys. I don't have anything to play with. This is terrible. I'm Cam Newton. The league doesn't like me. They allow people to hit me. They do this. They do that. When they caught up, what did he do? He ran over. He pointed to the black hole. He started getting like, yeah, that's right. He had all this attitude. Go back and watch the game. When they went ahead, all of a sudden he was Cam, baby, from 2015. Oh, he was, once again, he was in his element. He was thriving. He was this, he was that. And then, you know what? When Derek Carr went down and put a dagger in his heart, you saw him sitting there on the sideline, just staring off into the distance. That one got away from me. So I just want to say that I'm wearing my, you know, for Cam today, I'm wearing my black bathrobe and coming up here trying to have a little bit of bling bling, some style, and hopefully I could one up that dude on his press conference when he's got nothing to cry about. He got the flag that shouldn't have been a flag, you know. So it is what it is.
And let's also take a good note before I forget. This actually marks the first time that we will have a winning record since 2002, and I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget to mention that. So no matter what happens the rest of the year, we finally got a winning record, and they can't take that from us. And I think it's well deserved. We've waited a long time for this, and the beauty is we got 5 more games to go, and we're not done yet. We're gonna make it more.
And in a few hours, either Denver or Kansas City is going to be in third place.
Absolutely.
Right? One of those teams that was tied for first place all week. This has been the weirdest, like, you know, we win, we're in first place, and then all of a sudden we go to a bye, then somehow we're in second place, and then the Thursday night game, and then we're in first place again. You know, during the bye, we move up, we move down. It's just been a crazy number of weeks. That's why when they start off with, like, if the playoffs began today, well, they don't. And so many things are going to change because Miami won today. So what's going to happen is either Kansas City or Denver, if they lose, is going to be leapfrogged by Miami. Miami's putting together a lot of wins at this point right now. So one of those two teams, everybody keeps saying, well, it's going to be 3 teams from the AFC West. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be 2 teams from the AFC East, 2 teams from the AFC West, right?
This is a big game for Denver. So they got the Patriots too, so they have to win this game.
Exactly. Denver basically has the Chiefs twice still. That's why I'm saying they're going to beat up on each other. They still have us. They still have the Chargers. Man, We needed to win. We needed to win. We got Buffalo coming up, right? So if we can beat Buffalo, like I said, all we got to do at this point, I looked at the schedule. If we beat Buffalo, no matter what happens next week, if we beat Buffalo, we are guaranteed a playoff spot. Guaranteed at 10-6, because it would only leave Indianapolis, right, that we would have to play for a wild card. And I don't think Indianapolis is going to catch the Raiders at 10-6,
Right.
even if we lost everything from that 10th game. So when you look at it, you would say, no matter what, we will at least have the 6th seed as a wild card, because we would have beaten every other wild card eligible football team. Unless, of course, Pittsburgh and Baltimore, don't lose another game or something crazy like that. But I'm just kind of looking at it like, man, one more game. If we beat Buffalo, man, we're in the catbird seat looking down on the rest of the league. All right, we got a caller calling in from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, you're on.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's happening, brother, man? What's your name?
Yo. My name is Sam.
All right, what's happening, brother?
I'm great, man. Listen, I called last week. I don't know if you remember me.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. I got on DJ Hayden, and he just. I mean, I'm going to own it up. He played a good first half. I mean, I'm going to give the man his props. He played a good game before he got injured. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to say finally a winning season. One other thing, he talked about how the media are not mentioning the Raiders. That doesn't really bother me, because what bothers me is when media act like they were rooting for us all these years. Like, oh, the Raiders are back. The Raiders are good when their football is good. And, they weren't saying that 2 years ago. They weren't even mentioning us. So that would bother me more than, not talking about us. And
Yeah,
that's it, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things. I hear people talk about that all the time. You know what? In my opinion, I hear people say, oh, I don't want them to talk about us. I want to be. That's a mentality too, man. That's a mentality of, I want to kind of sneak in. I want to catch people by surprise. And I'm hoping that, we can do this and we can do that. They always say, and this is nothing against, anybody or anything, but they always say, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And there has never been a heavyweight champion or a lightweight champion or a middleweight champion that wasn't trying to be known, that wasn't trying to get into the ring with the champion. It only happens in football. I don't want people talking about us. I don't want people saying we're good. I don't want people saying, in every other sport in the world, everybody's like, I want you to talk about me. I want you to talk about this football team. We're ready. We'll fight anybody, anywhere. Concrete, astroturf, grass, dirt, mud, rain, snow, whatever it is, we're ready to go, and we believe that we can win. I guarantee you right now, this Raider football team, Derek Carr, Latavius Murray, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, they're not sitting there, oh, we just hope everybody looks past us. No. They are letting the league know right now, by their play, you guys need to be talking about us. Derek Carr, that people a few weeks ago were saying he shouldn't even be in the MVP conversation, right? Oh, this guy should be in the MVP. Tom Brady should get it, and this and that. So like I said, for me, I see it the total opposite. I want them to talk about us. I want them to be forced. I want them to have to swallow back all of the bile and the hate. I want Stephen A. Smith to have to say, wow, you know what? I was wrong. I said they had a horrible owner. I said they had a horrible front office. I said they had a horrible fan base. I said they had a horrible, and then Amari Cooper, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. You got to eat your words now. Because they got a good general manager. They got an owner that's manipulating the league right now. They got the best quarterback in football. They got a dynamic, game-changing wide receiver. I'm getting upset over here. All right, I don't want to pull a Bill Romanowski.
I gotta
I
call
wanna
the.
tell-
I gotta call the missus.
I gotta call the missus.
I've been
She
thinking,
forgot.
hey,
She forgot to give you
I
your.
had a
your
Baja Blast today.
she
I
forgot to
had a
give you your
Baja
Valium.
Blast.
You need your Valium. You need your Valium.
All
You need
All right, I'm
Xanax.
sorry. Go ahead.
You need Xanax.
Take over. Take over.
Actually, I'm loving
Do
it.
something.
I'm loving
just
it.
tired
Pirates
of it.
fired up. Pirates fired up, ladies and gentlemen. Pirates on one, right?
I'm tired of it.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. No, hey, we're earning everything we get. The more that they don't talk about us, the better opportunity we have. We got a target on our back right now. And we haven't had that in a long time. So I'm just sitting back enjoying the ride. That's all I got to say about it. And I'm fired up too, darn it.
There you go. All right, brother. Can we get a Raiders? No,
No,
can't.
no.
Is that-
One,
is
two,
that what I'm hearing?
check.
Check 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go, man. Caller, we got a caller calling in from Washington, Zone 1 in the Democratic capital. I don't even remember what DC means. Yeah, you're on, man.
That's how you doing?
How's it
I'm
going?
on right now.
You're on, brother.
What does the DC stand for?
District.
Democratic capital? District of Columbia. Oh my God, that's right. That's right. History class.
Oh yeah, you got Raider fans all over the world, baby. The Raider fans all over the world. We coming out the bunches, baby. We coming
That's
out
right.
the bunches. That's how it is, man.
That's right. So what'd you see today, brother?
That's
What are
right,
your
bro.
thoughts?
Man, I love the grit. I love the grit that we showing out there, man. We showing that a championship caliber team. People don't understand that. See, the problem with the people out there that talk about the Raiders, they just mad that we not winning the way they wanted to win, the way they wanted to win. We win it our way. We win it the Raider way. It's just win, baby. We don't care about 1 touchdown, 20 touchdowns, 2 inches, 1 inch. We just get the win. If we get the win, we roll out and we do not take care of our business. I'm loving the way this young team is growing. I'm loving it, man. They're growing together. These boys will be together for a nice long time. I'm just loving this. I'm loving this right now, man.
Yeah, and I'll be the first one to say it. You can throw me in with that group, man. I wish we were winning in a different way, but you can also throw me in with the same group that you're in because I'm glad we're just winning, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to me.
We ain't winning so long, so I'm just happy right now.
Right.
We can worry about that in another year or two. But we ain't winning so long. I'm just happy anyway we win it.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm lucky.
No, absolutely. Night.
Yeah, I totally agree. We talk about it all the time. We keep waiting for this blowout win. We keep waiting to just knock somebody out and don't look back.
From DC, man. I'm loving y'all show. They call me Lil Joe out here, man. I'm loving that Raider thing out here, man. I've been a Raider fan since 1987, since Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was my dude, and I've been a Raider fan ever since. And I'm loving what's going on right now. And I'm loving y'all show. I'm loving the way y'all stay behind the Raiders. And I hope they stay in Oakland. I understand the Las Vegas thing, but I hope they stay in Oakland, man. I understand they got to do what they got to do, but main thing, I hope they stay in Oakland, man.
Amen, brother, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in, and we want to hear from DC representing from the District of Columbia. Remember that, people. Don't say something ridiculous.
You're welcome, Pete. You're welcome.
Don't say something ridiculous like Democratic capital.
Tell your Raider Nation, that's how Lord Joe representing for that DC. Representing out here in DC for that Raider Nation, man. I'm sending out here for that Raider Nation out here, man.
Hey, man, you say that. You're doing it. You're doing it, and you're doing it right, man. Hey, brother, man, go. We have a fallen guy that passed away today. If you can, on Facebook, go to the Oakland Raider home port and leave some words for his wife, if you could, on Facebook. Once again, that's the Oakland Raider home port. Go ahead and like the page also. But we appreciate you calling in, brother, and we hope to talk with you again next week after that Buffalo victory.
Hey, look, and my cousin is a big Buffalo fan, and we're going to run them off the board. Hey, look, right now, what we're doing, we're letting these people out the playoffs. Can't do it. Y'all go home. Y'all last year's news, we this year's news.
That's right.
They gone. We got to eliminate Buffalo out the playoffs, too, and we're going to get on this march. And we're going to get on this march that we're supposed to get on this march that we're supposed to do.
There you go, brother, man.
All right, brother.
All right, we will talk to you again next week.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all will to win, baby.
That's right.
Raiders.
All right, man. I like that. I like
That was a
that
good
energy, man. I
Good
like
call.
where it's coming from. You know what? That reminds me too, man. once again, our boy Derek Carr, second-round pick out of Fresno, has outplayed another number one overall pick, another high-round, guy, another young and up-and-comer. Derek Carr just continues to do it. He keeps getting thrown in there, with guys that have been doing it for a very long time, and he continues to look like the more poised, the more seasoned type of quarterback. So you got to give it once again to Derek Carr.
Absolutely.
All right, we got a caller calling in from Ventura, California, my neck of the woods. Caller, you're on.
Raiders. What's up, John?
What up, guys? How you doing?
What's happening, brother man? Hey, man, we
I
appreciate.
had to call and I had to.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to call and I had to tell Knight personally. You were right. I am so happy we got Khalil back.
There it is. There it is. There it is, John. Thank you. I'm getting a lot of love today.
How long did that take, though? That's been about 2 years now, though. Right?
3 years now. It's been 3 years. I've been waiting that for 3 years.
Oh. Hey, John, man. Hey, folks. This is Raider John from Confessions of a Raider Fan.
Yeah.
Hey, John. We just wanted to say thank you for making that video for Captain Tim Casto and his family. We appreciate it. The family appreciates it. We shared it on their page, so we just wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah. So tell us what you saw in this game, man.
Oh, man, I seen right in the beginning, man, we were dominating. I thought that the whole offense just came out and we were way more superior than the other team. And it was just showing. And the thing about it, though, everything changed, though, man. After that injury, everything changed.
Yeah.
I think even our defense was anything. Like, I honestly, what were you guys thinking when you seen the finger dangling like that?
Oh, I was like, wow, here we go. We're going to find out what McGloin got's coming in with the lead, and he looked like the same person without a lead. So it was no difference. But I'm glad we have Derek Carr. That's what I think.
Hey, me too. I thought it was over, man. I said, oh my God, the way when they showed it on the camera with the two indentions and the way that it was split in a couple of different directions, and the sideline reporter said that he ran off the field screaming, and then even when they were trying to reset it, he was screaming. You got to think like, oh man, that shit's broken. It's broken. Like he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, and man, and then McGloin just got tattooed, and like you said, the air went right out of the balloon for the defense, man. They just they imploded.
It just reminded me right now.
Bell after 100 reps. That shit.
Hey, yo, what's going on, fellas?
Hang on a second. So we got to hang on 1 second, man. Indio, sorry about that. But go ahead. Who was just?
No, I was gonna say, just go ahead and keep talking. I forgot that our good friend Amy Cantazano was on the sideline, so I'm gonna message her on Twitter and see if she can call us right now if she has time.
Hey, she was probably over there trying to get his finger all straight.
Right, yeah. No, how was he gonna sign the autograph with her finger though? So I wonder if she got it before then. So let's see if I can get her.
Yo,
what are your thoughts, man? Hey,
you guys think it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, we're just gonna say, what are your thoughts, man, on Derek Carr again? Come from behind, fourth quarter victory, playing against Cam Newton, number 1 overall quarterback. Derek Carr, 315 yards. He throws the 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he had the interception, ill-timed, a little bit of an ill-timed throw. But what are your thoughts, man? Kind of like, tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth. We're all, everybody's friends here, man. Once he went out and all of a sudden Carolina clawed their way back into this game, did doubt begin to creep into your mind, man?
Oh, yeah. No, bro. I mean, dude, it's been 13 years, man. We've been 13 years of this crap.
Oh.
You think if you are Raider fan, you can't admit that a little doubt crept in your head the moment your franchise quarterback goes out with a finger that looks like it's dangling, and you think, "Oh my God, we finally get to 8 wins, and we got a chance to get a winning season the first time in 13 years." And that happens, and you don't got a little ounce of doubt, you are a lying sack of you know what.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh man, that hurt. That hurt. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was like, wow. But you know the thing about it though, man, he is not that type of, like, the way he plays. The thing I love about Derek Carr is he plays for the man next to him, and it's not just the man next to him on the team. It's the man next to him out in the stands. He likes playing for these fans, and you could tell, man. When he came back out with that glove on, he was not playing around. First thing he did was just throw the ball and slinged it. Yeah, he threw that interception, but he came back and made up for it later. But it was a crazy game, man. I wanted to say I love that game, and I love y'all, man. Hey, you know what? All this stuff that we've been through on YouTube, all this crap, I can put it on a video, man. All this crap that all of Raider Nation has gone through for the last 13 years, this was worth the wait. I could honestly say that.
Oh yeah.
Well, go back to, there throughout this week heading up to this game, there was a lot of people. Well, I should say I got message from more than 2 people. There was maybe 3 or 4 people that were putting in there, we haven't done anything yet. Remember the 1995 team, remember the 1997 team. So it goes back more than 13 years where we had 8 wins. We were 8-2, and then we lost 6 games in a row and ended up 8-8. Or we started off like this and we went 8-8. We were 6-0 in our division and we went 8-8. So there have been a lot of years, man, where we got to 8 wins for whatever reason, but couldn't get that 9th win. So it goes back a long, long, long time. We're past that now. That can no longer be used now because we won 9 games. So all of those. We haven't ever had a 9-game, where we went, we won, we were 9-2 or whatever, and then we went, ended up going 9-7. We have had those games with 8 wins, but not with 9. So once again, I think this football team is doing so many things in 1 year that it hasn't done in 12 years, 14 years, in even going back, like we're talking about, to 1995, 20 years, 30 years. Oh, not 30 years, but you know what I mean, 20 years.
Right.
This is different, man. This football team, and even us, we're a little shell-shocked. We're kind of like, we always talk about it. Me and Knight talk about it. We're kind of like battered wives. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna get the help that he needs? Always thinking the hammer's gonna drop. The hammer hasn't dropped, man. This guy has sobered up, man. This guy has cleaned up his attitude. He's loving life. I don't know why the Oakland Knight always uses these domestic violence types of quotes, but
I just feel like getting my wool sock and just finding like some really hard soap and put it in that wool sock. No. Hey, I had this team. It's pirate, man. It's pirate. But hey, I had this team going 10-6, and we're already at 9-2, man. So hey, I'm a happy camper. Sky's the limit. Playoffs, here we come. Now we'll see what we could do there. Now this team has earned the right. We have earned the right as fans to scream and be as loud and as crazy as we want to. Period.
That's right, man. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We need to beat up some fans.
All right, guys.
Some soap
wanted to
socks.
call up to say much love. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what's up. Hey, Nat, I see you, man. If I had a beer, I'll tell you right now. Don't worry about it. Hey, man.
All right, John.
Love you guys.
All right, man. Much love.
All right, folks. We've got our next caller is calling in from Hagerstown, Maryland. Caller, you're on.
Hey, what's going on, Raiders tonight, Raider Pirates? This is Raider Sean from Maryland. This is Ivory Rose's daddy. And first of all, before I say anything, I just want my condolences to get out to Tim Castro and his family. It's really sad. It has me choked up because I didn't know the guy, but he is part of Raider Nation and he is family. And I'm only like 2 miles from West Virginia, so it's a nice place up here. And just my heart goes out to him because I couldn't imagine something like that happening to our families, you know. So just for Tim, I'd just like to say, hopefully everybody can just join in and just give him one big go Raiders.
Raiders.
Anyway, as for you, Tim, and his family, and my prayers go out to you, and we had hope, you know, God helps you deal with this issue. Anyway, on to the game. I won't get much into the game. I'll let you maybe next time. But I just want to get down to Derek Carr. Whenever he hurt his finger, I'm not kidding you, it felt like Mike Tyson punched me right in the stomach. I was so devastated. I mean, instantly, I already seen the rest of the season. I turned to my wife, I said, we're done. We're done. We're lucky to win another 2 games. All that work we put in, MVP season down the drain, everything. Because when it was sticking out, I wasn't thinking dislocated. I was thinking that thing is broke.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was sticking out. I instantly got on Google and typed in how long for a broken finger. And it said 6 weeks. And I'm like,
Right.
man, it's back to the playoffs if we even make it.
Right.
Anyway, on that note, Derek Carr, you know, he always said, God comes first, family comes second, football's third. People might think, oh, that's selfish. You got to understand, God was there today. Derek Carr's family was there today. All three are equal. It's all in one. You know, in Raider Nation and his team, if you see the way Carr talks to his players, he goes up to them each individually, and he goes out with his players. He actually loves his team like his family. So when he says family second and God first, that's the same as putting the team first and second.
That's
also.
right. That's right.
And the fact that he loves his teammates, and when you love somebody, and let's say your family was back there in the pocket, you would do everything you could to protect your family. And that's what he gets from his players. They try harder for him, they protect better for him, and they do whatever it takes for him because he is a great leader, and he is part of the family, Raider Nation.
Great call.
Amen, man. Hey, man, that was a classy call. That was a to-the-point call. We talked about it before. I've said this before. I said the exact same thing. I said when he came into the league, he said God first, family second, football third. I said this guy's not going to make it. He ain't going to make it. You can't come in with that kind of attitude. You have got to put football first. But I will tell you what he just said. I will echo what he just said. God first means that I am not above this football team. God first means that I look to be a servant to help those around me, to make them better, to lift them up in their time of need. That's God first. Family means I take these people and I keep them close to me and I'm responsible for them. Now it's more than just lifting them up. Now it's more than just meeting their needs. It's being responsible for them. They now depend on you and you can depend upon them. And then football is about winning football games. And we saw that today. We saw it yesterday. We saw it the day before. Life comes. Life is going to take things away from you. You know, things can happen just like with the captain. You never know what is going to happen that next day. But once again, like I said, I just think that this is such a classy call. And, you know, I mean, the guy just dropped the mic, man. The guy just dropped the mic.
He laid it down. He spoke it beautifully. It was wonderful. You echoed it very nicely yourself there, Pirate. And, man, it's just amazing. That's why I said, I mean, you felt it. You felt it in the stands. You felt it on the field. You felt the air just leave the whole place when he went running off. So it goes to show you what this guy truly means to this football team. They love this guy.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you calling, and once again, calls like that is what makes this show what it is, and makes the Raider Nation what it is, man. So once again, we just want to thank you for that. I'm sure Tim's family thanks you for that, and we just appreciate you, brother, man.
I appreciate it, guys. And if, like I said, if this game is improved, that Derek Carr is the MVP. I mean, look what happened. He was out 3 minutes and it self-destructed.
That's right.
Mentally.
Right.
Even the defense
That
is
is
probably
right.
like, man, our quarterback is out, you know? Just mentally alone, what he does for that team. Brady games, trust me, if Carr was out, we wouldn't be winning these games. If he doesn't get MVP, I know there's still 5 more games to go, but like right now, in my opinion, I might be biased, but Derek Carr deserves the MVP for this reason, of all the reasons you guys talked about, and I just talked about. And I hope he does get it. And anyway, guys, I appreciate it. I'll try to call you guys every week. I appreciate what you do, and go Raiders.
Amen,
Go
brother.
Raiders.
Man.
Thank you, brother.
That guy, let me tell you something, man. That guy had the best call, and then he came back in with some extra credit just to butter that puppy up there with the MVP talk at Derek Carr and leaving from the game, the fingers hurt, the toughness, the grit, the determination to run back on. You heard that entire stadium, man. They heard it from, probably in San Francisco. They heard it in San Jose. They were like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, what the heck is going on? Santa Clara, sorry about that. So they probably, hey, what the heck's going on? We're getting our brains kicked in over here. What are they cheering about over there on the East Bay? The defense fell apart. The entire game changed. We at home let out a huge, oh my God. And I thought the same thing, man. Oh my God. Remember, Jeff Hostetler got hurt. We went 8-8, right? We threw in a lot of different quarterbacks and we went 8-8. So once again, he had a phone call that was to the point. I appreciate that. The Raider Nation, man, there's some individuals out there. There's some shady individuals out there. But the majority of the individuals in the Raider Nation, the majority of the people, I believe, and I still choose to believe that, we are family. We do come together. And if you're one of those people that think that I'm talking about you when I say you're a shady individual, you're a shady individual. That's not anybody saying anything or whatever. If you don't try to be shady, you probably won't sit there and go, is that guy talking about me? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you got no reason to think you're the shady guy, fella, unless you're a shady guy, right? So at the end of the day, I think that the majority of the Raider Nation, the nation is changing. It's changing from just being a bunch of roughhousers and ruffians, and there is still obviously room for that. My mentality is, man, I wish we would go and run the ball and just punch people in the mouth and do this and do that. But the culture of this football team, Jack Del Rio, Jack Del Rio is just a man. He's just a man. That guy is just, you just know he's going to do the right thing. He's like a general, man. He's standing there and he's got that cigar in his face. He's like Patton, just trust me, boys.
We've been talking for weeks now. We've been talking for weeks about Derek Carr for MVP and that he's earned the right, at least to be in the conversation. We know that he's in the conversation. He's going to, is he going to win it? We'll wait and see what the rest of the season has to hold. But how about this? How about this one? How about I have not heard this one yet. How about Jack Del Rio for Coach of the Year? Jack Del Rio for Coach of the Year.
You heard it from me. I said it 30 seconds ago, I think, when we were began that process. But like we said, Jack Del Rio's just a good man. Derek Carr is a godly man. Derek Carr is a man filled with wisdom. Derek Carr is a man filled with love. Derek Carr is a servant. You got Amari Cooper, high character guy. You got Khalil Mack. And again, I still believe that these guys are not going to break the bank of this football team. I don't think Amari Cooper does it. I think these guys like playing with each other. I think that they understand, hey, man, we get to play a game. We get to make millions of dollars. We get to be a family. That offensive line is handsomely paid. That those wide receivers have enough money that, why go to Cleveland? Why go through all the heartache and pointing fingers? And they're the reason why we're, I think that this football team, the nucleus of this football team, tries to stay together. I don't know your thoughts on that, Knight, but I know we've talked about it.
Yeah, I think by the NFL standards, they're going to get paid, right? They're going to get paid. They're going to have to get. There's a level. I mean, they're not going to undersell themselves for the league standard anyway. But those guys that you mentioned, Derek Carr, Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, these guys will be the first ones to step up and take a pay cut so another man could stay. So regardless of
Right.
what they get paid, they're going to make sure that their contracts are friendly, not only so they could stay together on this football team, but so they can help a brother next to them. That's what I see. So regardless of what they get paid, how they get paid, those guys will be the first ones to step up and say, you know what, you take enough money from me to give to that guy because I like that guy. I mean, they're just stand-up guys, and I hope we're right, but I do believe that we're right. But this is just a great team with great character, great culture, great coach, great quarterback, great defensive end. This I can't wait for the future. You know, this season's not even over, and I'm already thinking ahead. Like, these guys are going to be together for a long time, and the atmosphere and the personality and just everything that they bring to the table for the Raider Nation is off the charts, man. And anybody that doesn't see that, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I mean, you know, Derek Carr is the real deal. And I'm not talking about the man's athleticism or his skill set as a quarterback. I'm talking he's the real deal as a man, period.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a great point. Maybe I should have said, instead of saying not break the bank, maybe I should have said they're probably going to take deals like Colin Kaepernick did, which is, you know, a lot of money. It's going to be the same kind of contract that Andrew Luck would make, but it's not front loaded. It's backloaded. So they'll get, you know, $10 million this year, and then 14 million the next year, and then 20 million the next year, and then 50 million the fourth year, whatever. And that will allow you to kind of restructure your contract and continue to kind of push that down the road. But I see in all of these guys that I just think that they love playing together. And I think that they understand that they can have a dynasty. And like I said, why go to somewhere like Jacksonville and get paid a whole bunch of money, or Cleveland and get paid a whole bunch of money, but not win any football games? All right, we got a few callers still going on the line here. We got our brother man Tim from Visalia. Tim, you're on.
Hey, Knight. Hey, guys.
What's going on, brother?
Just want to say to the Castro family and friends, my heart and prayers go out to you. But as far as the Raiders game today, just win, baby. Let's go,
Raiders.
Amen, man.
You know, what we're seeing right now is I hate the team's death, Cowboys, but we're seeing that same thing was happening back when Troy Aikman was starting quarterback for the Cowboys. How we were building that kind of, we're always going to win, we're always got a chance. And I think we got a long time coming with a lot of seasons where we're in this position.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Knight.
No, yeah, I think you're dead on, Tim. And that's what I just almost got done saying, right? I'm already thinking of the future. Like this nucleus, this team, the way it's coached, just the way that they believe in one another as a team. We're pulling off these victories now. We're not even close to the tip of the iceberg here, guys. We're not even done climbing this mountain yet. There's some room for improvement. There's some room for growth and chemistry. And once this team really hits that stride, we're gonna be a really, really good, tough team. And I think Reggie McKenzie has also done a great job of setting this thing up to have it continue so we could be around a long time like the New England Patriots have been with Bill Belichick. I think we're that kind of team. I think we're on that kind of roll. I mean, the biggest test will be this offseason getting a late draft pick, but I think they've played their cards right. We got a great young nucleus. We got a great coach. Sky's the limit, man.
We've got some type of really bad lag. I don't know if it's on my side. Internet may be slowing down or something, but it is lagging a little bit.
It could be just we both have fired up our internet for the last 3 days. I know it was hard for me to get on today. It was really hard for me to get on today. It was giving me some fits.
Okay. All right. Tim, so that, you know, was there anything, you know, talk to us about when they came back and you know, all the cards were on the table, man. What were your thoughts?
Well, at the beginning of that second half, I'll tell you the truth, I was about ready to give the season up.
Yeah.
With Carr hurting his hand, like, here we go again.
Right.
You know, and out there, and he's trying really hard, and that's when he throws the interception. Like, oh no, not again. But you know what? He never gave up, and that team rallied behind him. And Matt today and Bruce Irvin, you just can't. They were almost unstoppable at times today.
Yeah.
And you know, when you were asking earlier about the receivers, why they weren't getting back, you know, as much as I hate to admit, you guys are right. That field is soft, and that you see a lot of wide receivers stumbling out there, going deep.
Yeah.
I think that's the main difference we like.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a rough, like we said, that there's no irrigation there. It seemed like it was a lot better in the first half, and then all of a sudden it seemed to just start to fall apart from a field perspective from the second half on. So there were a lot of guys slipping and falling, and Hamilton just, you know, falling down and sliding all over the place. So, but we got it done. All right, hang on the line there, Tim. All right, we got a caller calling in from Atlanta, Northwest Georgia. Caller, you're on. Caller, Atlanta, Northwest Georgia. No?
Hello?
That's you, brother,
There we go.
man.
Hello?
Yeah, that's you. You're on.
I just calling in to tell y'all, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm calling in to tell you guys y'all doing a hell of a job. New year, Derek Carr, loving the depth. Defense definitely has to get better. Definitely has to get, but man, keep it up. Keep tuning in. Go Raiders.
All right, man.
Go
We
Raiders.
appreciate it, brother. We're having some issues. We're having some big time issues here with the phones, man. I think we're just going to have to shut the phone lines down.
With
We're
the
going to go
internets.
through. We're going to go through really, really quick here. We got Durham, North Carolina, Springfield, Missouri, Fairfield, Tucson, California, and Visalia. So just kind of hop on real quick, because what we don't want, both of these are sucking up internet. So if one slows down, it's going to affect both. So Durham, North Carolina, you're on.
How you doing? So,
Can you?
We're
good to talk
having,
to you guys again.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Hey, man. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to shut down the phone lines. They're just not coming through. So Springfield, Missouri, Fairfield, Tucson, and Visalia. We really do apologize, but we are going to have to shut that down, man. Shut it down. But that's all right, man. You know
Yeah,
what?
it's all
Today,
it's been a long day.
I didn't even want to.
I mean, for everybody to understand, we spent the majority of the week, and especially the last 2 days, just trying to be there for Tim Casto and his family. So we've done some marathons. We did a candlelight vigil yesterday. So we really spent our internet, and once again, that's why we're so thankful for each and every one of you that have joined and prayed and donated and just showed your love and support to the Casto family. So unfortunately that we had to shut the phones down, but you know, I would do it all again. And we just want to thank you all just for all the support and love.
Hold on to this thing real fast. I want to see if I can. I'm going to switch over internet. So this second.
I'll hang in here. So while Pete tries to work something out on his end, it's been one of those weird weeks. Like for those of you guys who have been following the last few days, I got back from Disneyland on Wednesday, late Wednesday night, and then it led right into Thanksgiving. But that's when I found out about Tim Casto, and it's just been really weird as a single dad, as you know, just dealing with this kind of stuff. But then there's been some ups and downs, you know, with just how you want to perceive what it is that you do, and how it's perceived, and certain individuals can really kind of throw wrenches in on you and kind of throw your mindset off. But you guys have a way to just lift up people's spirits. The Raider Nation, just I mean, I'm really proud to be a member of the Raider Nation. I'll just leave it at that before I get too crazy.
Yeah, you know what, man? We had some discussions this week. For those of you that are still watching, we had some discussions this week about unity, about family, about all the words that get thrown around out there. And like I said, this football team that you see playing on Sundays, they embody those words. They're not words to them. Those guys aren't trying to get over on each other. They're not trying to take credit or take things away from one another. They're not trying to compete, in anything other than a friendly way to see who's faster, who can catch more balls, who could do this, who could do that. But they are family. They do believe in one another, and they are committed to one another and committed to a common goal. And sometimes, like I said, you can get into a situation where you run into individuals that have low integrity, and that can give you a bad feeling. Oh man, it's not true. This is not true. That's not true. But then you see the outpouring of so many people calling in, texting in, sending emails, communicating. We try as hard as we can to keep everything professional. We try as hard as we can to keep everything about football and not talk about personal issues and things like that. But sometimes you do get shaken a little bit by things like what's happened in this last week. But like we said, the nation coming together, some of the callers that we've had over the last couple of days, we did a 5 hour, what was it? 5 hour? We did
four and a half, 5. We did like 2 different feeds. It was pretty much like 5 hours, close to 5 hours.
There was four and a half, I think the first one, and then like 3 last night, and then
Right.
what we're doing here today. So, but just the outpouring gives us hope again that there are individuals out there, that there are people out there, that the vast majority, not just individuals, but the vast majority of people are like this football team. We all have different talents. We all come from different places. All those guys went to school in different areas. They were raised in different ways. Some may have had both parents. Some may have had one. Some may have had 2 mamas and 2 daddies, and some may have had none. But at the end of the day, they've learned to come together, and they've learned to appreciate each other's differences and to work with one another and to learn to win the way that they've been doing this season. So it's really cool to see. Are we lagging at all right now? I'm going to try once again.
It was a little laggy, but not as bad as it was before, but it cuts in and out a little bit.
What I did was I used the hotspot on my phone instead of using the wireless internet. So, but yeah, you know what, to tell you the truth, I was exhausted, physically drained. I was like, I don't really want to talk. But getting on here and hearing what people have to say and, talking about the game and stuff like that, that it helps. It helps a lot, gets us out of that funk and gets us moving forward. So
it does. It really, really does. So much love to everybody. On that note, I think we covered up pretty much in the game. Is there anything that you want to say about the game before we jump out of here? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, well, looking at it, Buffalo, Kansas City, San Diego, Indianapolis, and Denver. Buffalo, Sammy Watkins isn't going to be playing, so that's huge for us. LaShawn McCoy struggling, Tyrod Taylor. So hopefully we can go in there and we can pick up a big win. That's in Oakland. Right?
Right. It's another Oakland game. Yes, correct.
So they have to come into us. But then we got that quick turnaround to Kansas City in Arrowhead on a Thursday night. So that's travel, hostile environment, short turnaround. That's kind of tough. But like I said, I just hope that this football team, at least in this game, they just choose to run the ball. And if you lose, you lose. But we have got to go in there and we got to punch that bully in the mouth. You can't go in there and try to skate around and dance and do all these other types of things. You got to go in there and you got to punch these guys in the mouth. I don't care if they don't run the ball after that, but I just hope that against Kansas City, they go in there and they show that football team, you are not better than us. We will pound the ball down your throat. We won't have the turnovers. San Diego, man, once again, they came out today. They're dangerous. San Diego's dangerous, particularly when they don't have anything to play for. San Diego would love to throw a wrench into the gears against us. Indianapolis, I think we win that football game, and then Denver again. That's going to be a tough one, but I'm looking at it. I think we beat Buffalo. I think we beat Kansas City. But you just never know with those guys. I think we beat Indianapolis, and I think we beat the Denver Broncos, man. But if I am going to be reasonable, one of those AFC West games I think we drop. I would rather drop it to the San Diego Chargers, sweep the Broncos, and split with the Chiefs, because that would mean that we split with every team in our division. We won at least, or I'm sorry, we beat at least every team in our division and didn't get swept by any of them. So I would say basically if we lost that, we should be good at 13-3, man. Your thoughts? Buffalo, Kansas City, San Diego, Colts, Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's real favorable. I'm with you. I think if we're going to lose a game, it's going to be against our division. It's just an always hard-fought game. It could go either way. I believe both Buffalo and Indianapolis could oppose some things, but you just look at the way we're playing. It's incredible. Like, first, you talked about Dr. Hector, Mr. Jide with Bill Musgrave, right? Well, today as a team, we were Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jide. I can't even say that right off.
You said Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jide.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired, man. It's been a long week. But at the same time, okay, you guys know what I'm trying to say, so I'm going to get to the point here.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde. All right, so to see this team come out and just dominate the way that it did on both sides of the ball in the first half, and then the way that it happened second half, it just goes to show you that we're a tough team to beat. You have to start asking yourself every time you're doing your weekly pick'ems, you can't go against the Raiders. You just can't go against the Raiders. Nobody has manhandled us. Nobody. The only team that came close, in my opinion, was the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was in the rain, and that was just a bad game plan. And even that wasn't really out of control, in my opinion, right? So we're a team that you just can't turn away, and you have to be that team when you're playing the Raiders in the fourth quarter and you only got a 7 or 10 point lead. You're scared. You're at that point, you're scared. You're like, man, we're only up by 10. These guys are going to come back and get it. You're in people's heads at this point. So you got two things going on. You got a bullseye on your back because you're 9-2 and you're the top of the AFC. And the other one is that you're in people's heads to where if you only have a 10-point lead on the Raiders going into the fourth quarter, you're worried. And that's a good place to be. We haven't been there in a long time. So I'm with you, man. I think that we can handle Buffalo at home. I believe that we can handle Indy, and I think that we're gonna get some revenge on Kansas City, and I wouldn't mind losing to San Diego, with the exception that we're supposed to try to go down there. But I mean, you have to maybe give us one more loss just because it is the NFL. But I do believe this team's a 13-3 team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Again, just want to say thank you guys so much. Anyone that donated, anyone that sent their words, please, guys, all of you guys that are watching us right now, go over to the Oakland Raider home port on Facebook and like the page. Tim Casto, many of you probably don't know him, but he put together a site where you can get news, you can get Raider clips, you can get our show is there. Go ahead and go there. I'm sure his wife would love your support. Like the page, and just show them that the Raider Nation does support them. It's huge for them. It's huge for us. The people that we contacted over the last week or so, all of the people that responded and all of the people that said, yeah, absolutely. It was a blessing to us as well, that we were able to reach out at the last minute, and everybody that we asked was so gracious. And like we said, so many good phone calls, so many good prayers, such support is it's really cool. It's really cool. And I know I can come off as being a little bit of a pompous guy and say certain things, but, I was humbled by the support that we received, the support that was received by his wife. I don't intentionally mean to be pompous. I just believe that I'm better than you. No, I'm just joking. I I will say this. Like I said, it is humbling, and we do appreciate it, and we will not forget anybody that is in need, anybody that does request something of us. We will not forget the kindness that you guys paid toward this family, and also toward us in our time of need as well. So once again, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. The will to win, baby. The will to win. We won 9 games. We're at the top. I don't, again, it just baffles my mind when I go and I look at the standings and I'm like, who?
Right?
Is that? No, that's not. Yes, it is. Oh my God. Yes, it is. It's such a cool feeling. And I say this all the time, and I mean this. We did not see those Raider teams that Rich Gannon had while they were happening. I think it took us a year or 2 years to kind of really begin to see this is a special team. They're going to do some special things. Remember, it took, what was it, three years, right? So 3 years. So while it was happening, we didn't quite see it, even though it was becoming something really, really special. Don't get lost. How do they say it? Don't get lost in the trees. You know what I'm saying? Or don't not see the forest because you're staring at the tree. Look at this football team, and you're going to realize it's even better than you think it is.
Right.
It's even more powerful. It is even more dangerous, more deadly. Don't listen to the people on the news. The people on the news were wrong about the presidential debates. They're wrong about everything else that goes on. Don't listen to those people. Oh, they can't do this. Don't listen to Shannon Sharp. Don't listen to all those other people. You just listen to us, man. We see it. We understand. We've been there. We know what a bad team is and what a good team is. We had hope. We had hope that those bad teams, those Terrell Pryor teams and those Matt McGloin-led teams and the teams and all we had hope that Donald Hollis was going to be able to come in when Jeff Hostetler went down. Vince Evans was going to be able to come in. We were going to be able to get to the play. We had hope, and a lot of times it was false hope. But this football team and what they're doing, it's not false hope, man. It's real. It's real.
Real.
It's going down for real.
All right, Raider Nation. So that's going to wrap up this show for this week. Looking forward to getting back as business as usual next week and getting into a rhythm. I've been out for a while and just been doing so much different stuff. So it's good to be back. It's good to be inspired by you, the Raider Nation. Once again, much love to the Casto family. Our thoughts and prayers will always be with you. We will continue to support any way we can. If you guys have any needs that you guys would like us to help you with, please email us at the w2w@gmail.com, the w2w@gmail.com. Wow, it's been a while. I almost forgot my own email.
I know.
So,
there you go.
Right. It's so easily to forget, but I do remember the phone number. So we're sorry that we had to cut this short for internet problems. But once again, we love you. Thank you for all the support. And as always, stay Raider strong. We'll see you guys next week.
What's the number? Wait, what's the number again?
It's 1-888-912-9846. All right, guys. Stay Raider strong.
All right.